this has so much more pep in its step down here.
Good morning. It is Saturday here. It's a beautiful windy day in Idaho. I did not get enough sleep, so my voice sounds awful. But anyway, I still don't know what's going on with the Cobra right now. We're gonna wait until the dealership opens at 9, and we'll figure it out. It's gonna be a long day, guys. Finally got a call back from the Ford dealership, and they said that they were actually able to pop it out of wherever it was stuck. He said, I have access to first, second, third, and fourth gear. I can't remember if he said reverse or not. If I don't have reverse, I'm gonna have to be very strategic of how I drive this car today. But there is no fifth gear. So I don't know why. I think fifth gear, from what I was researching, fifth and reverse have their own shift fork, but there are some aftermarket shift forks that I can buy online, much higher quality, and they have like bronze plates. So that should be able to fix the problem going forward, because this car is going to see the drag strip, it's going to see the track, it's going to see everything after I get this small problem fixed.
What's up?
Hey, how you doing? What's going on?
Cameron.
Military?
Yes, sir.
Nice. There you go.
So,
sweet car.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it was sweet until didn't want to move. Gonna have to cruise around 60 miles an hour in fourth gear all the way home.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
It's a sweet car.
It is sweet. It'll be even sweeter after I get some new parts in the training. Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Interior, the white seat, the gauges,
yeah.
Color, it's sick.
No, I love it. But it goes into neutral.
Goes into neutral, just fine. And I just kept messing with the clutch and doing this, and I finally got it unstick. Yeah.
Hey, thank you very much.
God bless. Take
Appreciate
care.
it. Yeah, you too. Have a good one.
You too.
Back on the road, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this thing. Looks pretty. Doesn't drive pretty yet, though. Look at this. Beautiful interior, by the way. So something interesting here. I have no plates on the car. Awesome, right? Just to top it off, I have no plates. And if I am gonna get this registered in Maine, which I really want to, so I don't have, so I can avoid emissions, that's gonna be a while for Maine to get my plates, because I still don't have the plates for the Type R. So who freaking knows, guys? Who knows what I'm gonna do? I could register it in California, pay more money, and just make sure that I get a bunch of carb legal parts. The best cold air intake on the market for this car, it's a JLT cold air intake. It actually is carb legal, because at that point I'm gonna have headers and maybe an off-road X-pipe or a lightly catted X-pipe, but I'd have to take those parts off, get smogged. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I probably should register it in Maine. Let's get this freaking thing home. It's already 11:29 a.m. Let's see how we do. Hearing a little sound in there. Hopefully I don't need a whole entire new transmission, but I have to get this home, guys. Good news is I did pretty well on YouTube in the month of April. So, oh, look, that sound went away. Oh, okay, so the sound is there in neutral. What the heck could that be? Anyway, let's freaking get moving, guys. Oh geez. I have a feeling something's definitely gonna blow up on the way home. Oh my god. So this is very weird. Now when I'm at a stop, even with the clutch in, nothing's going on. Like I don't hear anything. And then when I start to move, the noise gets gradually louder the faster I go. So now it's like connected to the drive line, like the speed of the car. Guys, fourth gear is at 2,000 RPM, I'm at about 45 miles an hour. I don't even think I'll be able to go 60. I might even have to stay around like 55 because this is a 1-to-1 ratio, and that just puts a lot more stress on the engine when you are like constantly revving it that high. God, this is gonna be a long freaking day. I have some more interesting news for you guys. There is also no reverse. And I should have known that because the research I was doing this morning, yeah, see, everyone's passing me too. The most I've gone is 55 miles an hour. I mean, semi-trucks have been passing me, everything's passing me, which it's gonna be like that for the rest of the 531 miles I'm traveling. In my research, I found that fifth gear and reverse both share the same shift fork. On top of that, my blinkers are not working, and my hazard lights don't work. So the next time I stop at a gas station, I'm gonna ask for a blank piece of paper and a marker, and I'll probably just write like no fifth gear in big bold letters and tape that to the back window. All I hear is this rattling sound. I don't know if I'm gonna have to take this to a transmission shop or just like an auto repair shop. I'm definitely gonna call around Monday and find a shop that is experienced with, you know, the SN95 Mustangs. It's currently 1:45 p.m. and this nice big green semi-truck is riding my ass. What do you want me to do, man? I still haven't gotten the chance to write a sign saying I have no fifth gear. But look at this. That's good to brighten the mood a little bit. But I am courteous. When they pass me, I let my foot off the throttle to make sure they can pass me as quickly as possible. Here's the current sitch. Somewhere in Nevada, I'm about to get on Interstate 80. This is what I was able to do. No fifth gear. I mean, it would be ideal to not get pulled over. It's kind of stressful enough as it is, but onward. I'm somewhere in Nevada. I don't really know where I am. But I wanted to be safe as opposed to sorry. So I filled up even though I only had a half tank. I mean, the clutch feels fine. First through fourth feel fine, and the engine purrs like a cat. Yeah, I mean, the engine's fine. It's just that, hopefully it's just a, you know, a couple shift forks. Upgrade the shift forks to those ones I talked about in the beginning of the video, and maybe have them do some preventative maintenance while we're in there. So I'll get this thing all taken care of, guys. God, this sounds good though. Right now my ETA is 9:35 p.m. It is 3:55. People have been a lot more patient with me now that I have that sign back there saying no fifth gear. Also, I want to thank about 99.5% of you guys for all the positive feedback on the new video. It's getting jacked for views, but that's all right. I mean, at least I know who my loyal subscribers are. And it by far has the highest average watch time out of any video I've ever posted by like several minutes. I think the average watch time is 11.5 minutes right now. My best friend Kenny called me earlier. I really should have brought him out here with me. That would have been much better. But he told me if I get stranded again, he'll drive out here and pick me up. I suppose I should now tell you how much I paid for this car. I paid $13,500 for it, cash. So I have the title. The car belongs to me. I thought that I was getting a good deal. A little less so now, because I understand that a car of this age that hasn't been driven regularly, the parts just wear out. But all things considered, if it's only just like a shifter fork and maybe replace the synchros, I can live with that. Because of the used car market right now, and just inflation in general, everything's inflated and it's continuing to increase in price. The top most Kelley Blue Book value for this car was like, I think it was like $12,900, $13,000. So I basically paid a $500-600 markup over KBB. Look at Nevada. This is absolutely gorgeous. Oh man, I can't wait to get some modifications on here, fix the shifter, all the good stuff. This build's gonna be a lot of fun. But what I was saying earlier is, take a look at the 10th gen Civic SIs, for example. Those are marked up like $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 right now. I've seen a couple for sale for $30,000. And that car's MSRP is like 25 grand for 2020, so that doesn't make any sense. If a used one is selling for $5,000 over MSRP, it's wild. Oh, and I forgot, the Ford dealership didn't charge me anything. Nothing. So I'm gonna file a reimbursement with USAA for the tow truck, and I'm out of pocket nothing. And also, because I have the LLC for the YouTube channel, this whole entire trip is tax deductible. I'm gonna write off all these miles, I'm gonna write off the plane ticket, everything like that. So far it's working out, as long as the transmission doesn't blow up. I really shouldn't say that because I'm gonna jinx myself. All my temperatures are good as well. The engine coolant has been staying right there, it hasn't moved. And the battery voltage is great, brand new battery. And then the oil temp, I guess those just run at that temperature for this car, but that's normal. Everything else is fine. It's a beautiful night, guys. My goodness. Look at those mountains over there. Absolutely gorgeous. I don't know exactly where I am in Nevada. I never really know where I am. I just go. But the cool thing is, all I have to do is just go straight until I hit Rockland. Literally, I just have to go straight. I love this sign though. I really need to get this in the thumbnail when I do take a thumbnail, because that is just, that's pure, I don't know, a representation of my experience. I am really in love with the looks of this car though. I mean, I definitely need to get some coilovers and some wider wheels and tires for sure, and flush out the fitment. So before I got here, I was on the phone with my parents. They were concerned, just wanted to know what the heck is going on. And my dad told me about the blinkers, because my hazard switch won't work and my blinkers don't work, and that is definitely a ticketable offense if I get pulled over for that. So inside, I found a bunch of little fuses, and I Googled the fuse diagram and I was able to find it. So I figured out which fuses I needed, what amp. And there are two different fuse boxes, and this is why I'm not going to try anything. There's a fuse box down here, and one of those little switches is for the the blinkers, and then there's another one, there's a bigger fuse box in the engine bay with like 40 amp little fuse things. They also control some other stuff like the transmission and the ignition of the car, like a whole bunch of things. And I really don't want to go unplugging and plugging things back in when I'm this far from home, because who knows how touchy the electrical system is with this car. I'm just gonna try to get this thing home, and I'll let them take care of it at the shop. A fuse blows over there, then whatever, they can fix it and diagnose it. But if I'm out here, I don't know crap about electrical systems, especially with cars, so I'm just gonna leave that for the professionals. But did someone just say it's time to rock and roll? Because that's what I heard. So whatever was rattling in the transmission earlier this morning, it's not making a rattling noise anymore, so I don't know if it just completely disintegrated. Oh, I wanted to do donuts over there so badly, but obviously these tires would probably pop. As I've been reducing my elevation, I've noticed that this car is definitely accelerating quicker. Yeah, this shifter really is not good, like at all. Let's do this. I'm just gonna give it a little bit. First time driving the Cobra at night. This, whoa, we need some new headlights. 100%. These are the high beams. Quite dog shit, I must say. I can turn on and off the fog lights right here. So, yeah, I mean, I guess they do a little bit for the wide range, but as far as like the main headlights, these are terrible. Gonna get some aftermarket headlights very soon. It would be much more enjoyable if I could go 80 miles an hour without, I don't even know what I'd be tacking at that in fourth gear. Let's find out. To the floor. 80 miles an hour, I'm at 3,600 RPM, 37. So yeah, definitely not doing that all the way home. So I want to talk about what I'm going to do with this car. This car's ECU will recalibrate for bolt-on modifications. So the very first thing I'm going to do once I get new tires and all the other little stuff fixed this week is I'm going to take this to a dyno shop with Sergio. We're both going to do videos. He's going to get a dyno tune on his 350Z, and I am going to get a baseline dyno pull, or a couple baseline dyno pulls. And then I'm going to add a JLT cold air intake and then bring it to the dyno again and see how much power we add. So this car is going to be an experiment. It's going to be a lot of fun because every single bolt-on that I do, I'm going to go to a dyno, the same exact dyno. Yeah, we'll be able to figure out exactly how much power each bolt-on modification makes. I can't believe how smooth this is though. It drives very, very nicely. I think it might be slightly out of alignment. It pulls to the left just a little bit. Let me know what you guys would like to see for wheels for this. And I definitely want to get as wide of a tire as I can in back. You know, 9-inch wheels. So these stock wheels are only 8 inches wide, which is crazy. That's crazy thin. Because who knows, if this car ends up being a hit on the channel and you guys really enjoy the videos, then I might supercharge it and keep it for, you know, a long time. Holy crap, it's been a day, guys. 11:41 p.m. and I have stopped at my last rest stop. Actually, pretty strong clutch in this car. I really want to floor it, but I probably shouldn't, right? Wow. Okay. This thing gets up and goes, guys. Wow. So when I was up in Idaho with the higher elevation and also like all of Nevada, I was like, you know, I was kind of expecting a little more grunt from this. But now that I'm getting back down towards sea level, I've been dropping constantly downhill ever since I got into California. That felt really strong. I'm back home, 1 block away from my house. I'm scared to downshift. The last time I downshifted, I blew a shift fork or something like that. But oh my God, this car is so much different down at this elevation. It's pretty impressive. Oh, see, I just want to freaking rip it, dude. Okay, I'll give you guys one. Wow. Okay. We broke loose. So to all my new viewers, a couple videos ago, I used a draggy and I got my 30 to 100 times of my Civic Type R. And I think it said it was like 169 feet above sea level. Wow. This has so much more pep in its step down here. We're about to have some fun. I think I need new brakes too. Or I think, and you know what? I think the brake lines need to be bled. This is why I don't really trust the e-brake all that much. So until Monday morning, I'm gonna use wheel chocks to make sure that this car doesn't roll backwards.
Here we are, home at last. So here are my wheel chocks, making sure this thing doesn't roll back. I left my signs up because I'm actually pretty attracted to that sign for some reason, because I'm weird. But I want you guys to know that everything will be fine. Everything will be fine. I'll explain everything throughout the next couple weeks, and I'll obviously document all the repairs. And you know, if there are things that I can do myself, then I will. But as far as replacing synchros and shift forks, I'm not going to touch that. I'll pay the expensive prices of taking it to a legit transmission shop. But one last thing. The Elite Tuner Show in Irwindale, California is this Saturday and Sunday. I just had a phone call with Ranger Ramirez. He's the guy that owns that company. And so far I have a lot of people who are meeting me down in the Los Angeles area. As far as up here meeting in Sacramento and driving down together, it's me, Sergio, Jeff, who bought my exhaust system off of my Attention SI, and Jerry, who you saw in my Fearable Tune upload video. So lots of nice people. It's going to be super fun. So we have 2 Type Rs driving down, a 350Z, and Attention SI. Remember, I have this code right here, What the Hill, that you can use to save a little money on your ticket. I am going to be doing the drag racing as well, me and Sergio, Jeff as well. So, I mean, there's going to be like a human tug of war competition. There's going to be exhaust rev-off competitions.
drag racing, everything. It's gonna be insane, like straight out of a movie. So if you wanna go, if you're in the area, use my code, and I hope to see you there. Also, if you are going, I made an event page on Facebook right here. So DM me if you wanna be included in that Facebook group. Anyway, she'll be fine, eventually. See you guys in the next video. This is super good. I've never tried this before. Well, it's new. It's called a Whoozy What's It? Chocolate, chocolatey crisps, and peanut butter candy bar. It's so freaking good. I also got a Snickers peanut brownie, which I haven't tried yet, but it looks good. But yeah, my review for the Whoozy What's It? That's a 10 out of 10 for sure.